We're here at the British Library today to talk about integration. That's a big state of the nation challenge in these anxious and polarised times. But to get that right, we have to do it locally. That's where integration actually takes place. So we'll be joined by people from local government, faiths, businesses, charities, all interested in making integration work, working out how to build those bridges between the national and the local changes that we need.
I think we need a very clear message from the government that our migrant workers are welcome in England and they're here to stay.
So the National Conversation on Immigration is the biggest ever public engagement on immigration. So we've been travelling across the country, from Shetland to Penzance. We've been to rural areas, to towns, to cities. We've been hearing from people in our online survey. We'll also be asking people in polling later on. And really, we want to know what people think about immigration and whether we can find common ground on what's often been seen as such a polarising issue.
I just hope that we can, if we try, have this debate in a thoughtful and constructive way rather than what has too often been the deeply divisive way. It's too important to our future as a country to get wrong.
I think the national conversation and the work that British Future and Hope Not Hate have done has been incredibly important, because by actually going round, talking to people, listening to people, getting people involved in the debate around immigration, what's been really interesting is actually how much consensus there is that you can build on if only you listen.
I will always remember my own best settlement integration experience was not in an office, in a settlement agency. It was when I planted daffodils in my neighborhood with my neighborhood gardening club. And sharing common interests, daily activities, finding commonality in the mundane daily tasks is what works best.
Contact is a tried and tested way of improving intergroup relations, especially in terms of friendships, but equally through less intense positive interactions of the types that are found at work.
Contact, participation, relationships and equality. Those are all ingredients of social integration.
I think often a lot of the conversation is critical and a lot of the conversation is about pointing out problems, and it has been particularly useful to have people talk about things that have worked and things that people are proud of, to have a positive slant on a conversation, because I think it's very easy to point holes in things and actually quite difficult to talk about success.
I think today has been quite jam-packed. I think it's been really useful. I've been sitting there taking notes of the speakers, yes, but more so taking notes as to what I need to do when I go back to work.
I think the quality of the speakers was absolutely amazing. I also think that there was a lot of valuable things to learn from a lot of people in terms of integration, how it has worked on a local level. So for me, this day was absolutely amazing.
Today's been successful in knitting together so many people who are doing good work in the local areas that they live. The big challenge for us all for the future is to make that have an impact on national policy as well as on the local integration that we need on the ground.